Hey, everybody, it's time for CAPI Live. We'll let everybody get signed on here. Oh, I got it on here now. Thank you, though. We'll give a little bit of time for everybody to get in. Hope everybody had a great week. It's been a good week. Hey, Cora, somebody's here. Yay. How are you? Hey there, hey there. You said it twice, so I said it twice. Y'all remember when you come in, say hello so I know you're here because it does not tell me you're here. It just tells me somebody's here, but it doesn't tell me who somebody is. So you just have to say hello. Hey, Beth. Beth is here. Yay. How are you guys feeling, Beth? Been busy, Cora? I have been busy too. We're doing great. Thank you for asking. It's been a good week. Jonathan's here. Hey, John. John is here. There's Michelle Heron. Hello. Hello. Everybody's popping in. We got Cora. We got Beth. We got John. We got Michelle. Everybody's popping up and popping in. So glad to see you, everybody. So cool. Remember, I'm on my phone, so I can't see your comments until I touch the screen. So if I miss something, y'all just let me know. I'll try to keep my eyes out. Tomorrow is your 20 what? 25th wedding anniversary? I didn't know that, Beth. Awesome. Congratulations. Tell Tom I said congrats. 25 years. Good Lord. How do y'all do that? How do you stay with one person for 25 years? Paramom and I have been together. March will be what? 13? Yeah, 13 years. Wow. We're starting to get into those big numbers too, those double digits. That is awesome, Beth. 25th wedding anniversary. Beth, tell us the secret. What's the secret? Tell us right now. You know, people always say like they're 100 years old or they've been to a certain company for 50 years or been married for 25 years or more. They always ask, what's the secret? So I'm going to ask, what is the secret to being together with one person for 25 years? What do you do? How do you make that happen? Because I know there's a lot of people out there that wants to have that. I know I do. I want to be able to say it's our 25th wedding anniversary. I can't say that for another 12 years. That is awesome. 25 years. I didn't know you guys have been married that long. That is so cool. That is so cool. Yes, everybody tell Beth congrats. That is super. Don't just tell Beth congrats. Tell Tom congrats too. Beth didn't do it all by herself. She probably really did, but just saying, give him some credit too. Thank you. Secret is good communication. That is an excellent answer. Wow. Excellent answer. Hey, insane disappearances. How you do? How you do? Great answer. That's true too. You've got to have communication. Got to talk. Paramama and I've had that issue before. We're both so independent. We're both very independent people, so we have to remember to include each other in decisions and stuff like that. So, but we're doing really great now, though. Congratulations, Sister Beth and Brother Tom. I know, isn't that awesome? 25 years. That is so freaking cool. Hey, Cappy. Communication and laugh. Amen. Did you hear that? Communication and laugh. I was telling Paramama what you said. I agree. Communication and laugh a lot. You gotta keep it uh you gotta keep it fun. You gotta keep it exciting. Date night. That's a big thing. Have date night. Take time for yourselves. That's awesome. Laugh and communication. Beth is so wise. That's why she's our case manager, because she does everything so much better than me. So does John. John does everything so much better. That's the key to a good team. I'll give you guys some advice if you want to make your own team. The key to a good team is find people that does their job better than you can. That is a fact. Find people that do their job better than you could do their job, and all my team does. My equipment guy Tom, my safety guy uh, Sticks, my med guy um, Polar Bear, my case manager Beth, my team manager John, my media manager uh, Stephanie. They all do their jobs so much better than what I would be able to do that job. So that's the key to doing that. Yeah, definitely date night. I agree. Definitely have to have date night. And date night doesn't have to be a specific night that you plan every month or every week or whatever. Date night is an incorporation of things. It's not just okay, every Thursday we're gonna take time and go out and have dinner and watch a movie or something like that. Date night is basically means make time for yourselves. Because as a couple, you do a lot of stuff for your kids, for your family, for your friends. Paramom and I are always doing something for one of the kids or friends, that need help, or a family member. We're always doing something, going, to go somewhere to help someone or do something. We do that a lot, but we always have to take out time for ourselves too. So that's awesome. You definitely have to do that. That's awesome advice, Beth. Thank you so much. Communication, laugh, and date night. And like I said, date night is just not a certain day of the week that you go and do something. It's basically date night can be a weekend, or date night can be 20 minutes, or it could be 24 hours. Just take time for yourselves. Do something for just you and her or him, whatever the case may be. Joey's here. Yay! What's up, Joseph? What's happening, safety guy? I was just telling everybody that you do your job so much better than I can. Everybody on the team does. Thank goodness. I'm making sure I didn't miss anything. If I did, y'all please let me know. Mm. All right, let's do prayer list. Um, keep um, us, myself and Paramama and the family in your prayers. Especially Paramama. She's dealing with some stuff right now with family. Paramama's grandmother on her father's side is not doing so great. She's um, she's really old. She's in her 90s, mid to upper 90s, and she's not doing so great. So y'all keep Paramama in your prayers for that. That's going to be a difficult situation for them, for everybody in the family, because they love their grandma. So y'all keep them in your prayers. Um, keep Joey, the one we were just talking about, our safety guy. Keep him in your prayers too. He is. I've tried to find out, but I don't know yet. Joey, did you have the surgery yet, or you're? I think he's still waiting on the surgery. But keep him and Stephanie in your prayers too. Keep Beth and Tom in your prayers. They've been together for 25 years. They need all the prayer they can get. They don't need all the prayer they can. I mean, everybody needs prayer, but not because of that. Hope everyone is doing pretty okay. I hope everyone's doing pretty okay. I hope everybody's doing awesome. I don't accept pretty okay. I like that though. That's cool. Hope everyone's doing pretty okay. Joey, have you had the surgery yet on your shoulder? Y'all please keep him in your prayers. He's been dealing with a lot of pain and discomfort and boredom. Bless his heart. I was hoping to get to see everybody this weekend. The whole team was. I was hoping to get to see was either going to do an investigation or get together and do some case studies, but we didn't. It didn't work out. But get up here. Yeah, there we go. All right. Who else? Keep John and Michelle in your prayers. They're still um, recovering from the fire. Fire's been a while, but it's that's nothing. You know, that's something that takes a long time to get over. Still working with their living situation. John's still working with. He was working as far as job goes, but he wants a better job. So let's keep in our prayers for that too. I have three unspoken prayers from people I've met this past week, and that asked for prayer. Um, I got hair on my shirt. That's the only bad thing about having uh, a long beard. I keep getting hairs everywhere. But yeah, keep John in your prayers that he gets a better job. He has a pretty good job, but he wants something better. We always want better, don't we? But he has a good job, but he just doesn't work for good people. So he's kind of wanting to get out of that. If you don't want to post your prayer request here, you can. Yes, thank you, John. If you have a prayer request, and John, please list anybody that I missed. I don't think I did, but please miss it. Definitely keep Polar Bear in your prayers too. He's been sick. He's been real sick, and then when he finally got over being sick, he was down with his back. So bless his heart. We love him to death, him and Kim, and we miss him so much. And um, they they've been dealing with sickness and his back pain. If anybody's ever had to go through back pain, I have not. Thank the Lord. Knock on wood. Um, Paramama deals with it daily. Every second of her life, she deals with back pain. But but I, I know that that is a lot of pain and a lot of discomfort. So definitely keep Polar Bear in your prayers too, that he gets over this being sick and his back. Um, so if I forgot anybody, please let me know. Let me make sure I got all of this. Yeah, but just like John said, if you have a prayer request but you don't want to put it on here for everyone to see, that's completely understandable. We're not offended in any kind of way. Sometimes they're private. You can email John, and he put his email up there, jbowen.capi@gmail.com, jbowen.capi@gmail.com. You can email him, and he'll add it to our prayer list. We really do have a prayer list, and we really do pray about those too. So because I'm living proof that prayer works, and a lot of people that's in my life are living proof that prayer works. So definitely send us your prayer request. If you don't want to post them on here, you can send it to John. Let me make sure I didn't miss any other ones. Oh, Joyce. No, I haven't. Getting over Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Good Lord, bless his heart, man. When it rains, it pours. You know, the Lord won't give us more than we can handle, but sometimes He trusts us a lot more than we do ourselves. That's for sure. Bless your heart, Joey. I'm so sorry, buddy. If you need anything, please contact me. Bless your heart. Dadgummit. Just now getting over sick. He's been like a couple of times to get the surgery, but there's always something, something where the doctors say, no, we can't do it till this is over, or till you get over this, or till you fix this. Or so bless his heart. He's having a heck of a time. Just spent time with mom all day. Oh, insane. That's awesome. I encourage people to do that as much as they possibly can. Spend as much time with your mom as you can, please, because they ain't gonna last forever. Nope, my last day was Friday. Your last day at work was Friday, John? Dude, you got to call me. Call me tomorrow. I'm having problems with arthritis. I haven't been able to walk very well the last couple of days because of it, and today I've been having trouble using my hands. I'm so sorry, Michelle. Bless your heart. Definitely keep Michelle Heron in your prayers for arthritis. Dadgummit. I know that's pretty bad. My sister had arthritis really bad. Ultimately, it took her life in a roundabout way. Two unspoken from my customers I prayed with at work. Awesome. Yes. Keep the two customers at John's work that he prayed with in your prayers too. Yes, remember Lydia and Preston. Thank you, John. Keep Lydia and Preston in your prayers, y'all. Y'all remember Preston. He's the one with the heart issues. Um, and he has to frequently go to the doctor and get checkups and tests and all kinds of stuff. So definitely keep Lydia and Preston in your prayers as well. So dang, Joey, I'm so sorry, buddy. I sure hate to hear that. On top of everything else, you got to deal with being sick too. That's your heart. It's always the good people. Joey's an awesome guy. All right, like I said, if you have any prayer requests, just pop them up there. I hope I got everybody that did pop them up there. I think I did. If I didn't, John or Beth, please let me know. I think I did. It sucks when I have to use my phone because it literally will not show me y'all's text whenever whenever you send them. I have to actually bring them up on the screen. I don't know why the phone does that, but it won't show me text. Like right now, I don't see anything on the screen but my ugly mug. So all righty. If you haven't already done so, if you're here for the first time, I don't think anyone's here for the first time, but just in case there is and they haven't said anything, please hit that like button. It helps with the algorithm on how they show the videos, and it also hit that subscribe button. Ring the notification bell so you'll know when we're on, which is every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you like paranormal and family and fellowship, you'll love this channel. So please hit that. If you haven't already done so, hit the like button for me. Let me know you're here by saying hello. Let's see. When you see me, you see me. Is that like remote viewing? When you say you see me, is that like remote viewing? He's saying he saw your prayer request. Remote viewing. That's cool. Let's see. I think I got everything. And I think the lag is kind of bad tonight too. I don't know if that's going to be my internet or YouTube. John, say I'm John. Oh, it's not too bad. It's about a 12-second delay. Not too bad. Thank you, John. I did that for two reasons. One, to remind John that he is John, and to check the lag. Oh, just play it. You're John, John. All right. Upcoming events. We had to cancel Cappy Camp. Oh no! We should never ever have to cancel Cappy Camp. I love Cappy Camp. We had to cancel Cappy Camp because we didn't realize. You know what happened? Two males got together and came up with a date to do Cappy Camp, and we didn't include a female in there. And whenever the female was included, she reminded us that that date that we chose was Mother's Day. So, another tip for your team when you're planning stuff, always include the person that does your scheduling, which is your case manager, when you're making dates. Then you don't have to worry about stuff like that. Because as soon as that person saw the dates, she was like, "Yeah, we're not going to make that because that's Mother's Day weekend." And she was so humble about it too. She was like, "Oh yeah, just go ahead and go. It's no problem. We have plans. Because she's a mom, and we have plans and everything." And then was like, "Oh, we don't want to do that." But then we was like, "Okay, well we'll keep it and everything." And then moments later, Paramama informed me that I also would not be making that. She says, "You're not going to Cappy Camp that weekend. That's Mother's Day." So yeah, yeah. Beth to the rescue again. So we had to cancel that, but we are going to make a new date. I promise you. As soon as we can, we'll get together with Beth this time, and we'll plan another date, and as soon as that's done, we will let you guys know. It's going to be pretty close to the May date. I'm quite certain, but it's just obviously we can't expect everyone to come to uh, Cappy Camp during Mother's Day weekend because that's not where you want to go. Cappy Camp, that's when you want to go to mom, right, and spend time with mom. So yeah, we were not informed by that little voice in our head, so we had to rely on a higher intelligence to inform us. John says, "Yes, I am watching you right now, and I'm very disappointed." Too funny. Hey, Maria's on. Hey, Maria. That's my sister-in-law, y'all. Everybody say, "Hey, Maria." Beth already did. Just as I said that, Beth said, "Hello, Maria." John's watching you right now, Joey. I hope that frightens you. It would me. I'm sorry about the movement and everything because I'm having to use my phone. I'm having to hold it because there's not much. There's no way to mount my phone right here. I don't think. I need to get one of those little mount things. You know what? Little table things. You know that sets up. I need to get one of those.
You have several.
Not here.
It's in the kitchen.
A mount to hold the phone up. Will you get it? I did not know that. As far as the upcoming events, that's it. We don't have anything else planned. What happened to the one I gave you? That must be the one she's talking about, and I don't know. Paramom's going to look and see if she
I
sees it.
think it's under
A lot of stuff got
the counter.
missing whenever we did the move. I do remember now that I had that one, so maybe she'll find that, and we'll be able to use it. There won't be so much
I
movement.
think it's buried at the moment.
Let's see. I think I'm up to date on everything. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody's post or their comments because I hate doing it. It makes me feel bad when I miss someone's comment. All right. We have, usually whenever I come up with a topic to talk about on the show, it's usually stuff that I've talked about that week. Um, where either someone has called me and asked me a question, or I've read something or watched something on YouTube or Facebook or something like that, and just um, I want to talk about integrity and man, this phone's moving a lot. I'm so sorry, y'all. The dogs. Can y'all hear the dogs?
That would
Something's
be
out there.
Mystic.
Mystic is loose.
No, Mystic is the howler.
Oh, the howler. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Or should I say crier? She is a diva. And she wants food.
Emo girl. Hey, well, don't just listen. Emo girl, don't watch. You're not going to see anything if you watch anyway, but some ugly bald guy. So don't watch. Keep driving. And don't be unsafe. Um, but one of the things I wanted to talk about was how to is I've seen for some reason I don't know why, but for some reason my phone has been blowing up on Facebook and on text. Some people have been texting me as well about asking my opinion about stuff on as far as um, camps and education and stuff like that in the paranormal. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but here lately it's been blowing up where people have started these little camps, these little CAPI camps, not CAPI camp, but camps, little paranormal camps where they do training and stuff like that. A few of them that I've seen, and not just that, but also There's a lot of um, I've seen a lot of posts and a lot of notifications about where people are doing like investigations and they're charging people money to come with them on these investigations. And I have a, I wanted to get into that. I wanted to kind of touch on that tonight because I do have an opinion on it, kind of a two-way opinion, I guess I'd say. But it's not 100% bad as far as I'm concerned, but a lot of it is. Um, but that's why I want to kind of get into it a little bit tonight. Um, let's look at it on both sides. I want to do the investigations part first, um, where people are charging other people um, to do investigations, to come with them and do an investigation. I can't sit here and tell you that that's wrong because CAPI has done several of those where we've gone to different places in Alabama and Mississippi and done these tours, history tours, haunted history tours, if you will, um, and charged people to come in and be a part of that. Uh, I don't know. I don't know if I could sit here and tell you exactly how many we've done at every site that we've done them at, but I can tell you this: Cappy has never once, not one time during all the tours we've done over the years, have we ever profited off a tour. All right, ever, never, ever, ever, ever have we ever profited off a tour. Have we received monetary, money for this for our tours? Yes, once, one time. Every dime of that either went back to the place that we were helping out or to equipment that we needed to continue doing what we were doing there. And that was only once. All the other times, we did the Cahaba tours for about 10 years. Cahaba is the first state capital of Alabama, if anybody doesn't know. It's located just outside of Uniontown, Alabama. Or not Uniontown, excuse me, I always get it mixed up with Orville. It's right outside of Orville, which is just outside of Selma. But the Cahaba Park is closer to Orville than it is Selma. But we did that one for about 10 years. And it,
You can put that right there. Yeah,
not with the cord.
yeah. You just stick it down right there.
Okay. Stick it up through there.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. Not going to work. Not big enough.
What?
Won't work. It won't go through there.
I'll go through there.
This is cool. I can hold it like
Let
this.
me see it.
No, I can't. I'm like in the middle of a show. I can't just keep doing that. Sorry, guys.
I can do this.
Um, no, it's not going to work. This here, it won't go through here. That's what I'm saying.
Not the whole phone. The charger, silly. Unplug it.
Hold on, guys. No, here, take this.
Stick it right here.
This may make it better. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah, that is better. That way it won't move around a whole bunch. All right. So we did that one for about 10 years, I believe. Um, and the entire time that we were doing that, we were offered money for it. We were offered to get paid to do that. Um, a lot of times, or a few times of those times that we were offered, like every single year, the offer wasn't given as an offer; it was given as a command. We're like, they were like, no, you've done this for us, and you've raised so much money for us, and we've already budgeted you in, and you're taking this money. And I told them, I said, look, if you give us a dime for what we're doing here. All I'm going to do is take it and donate it back to the park. So from that time forward, that's all we ever did. We just said, okay, whatever you're going to give us, give it back to the park. And that's what we did every single year. We never once took even a small portion of that. Unfortunately, there came a time whenever there was a lot of teams coming up, and a team that had a lot more money than us and a lot more equipment than us was able to take that position because of the influence they had and the equipment that they had. So the very next one that we did which was at another site. We did accept payment, and every dime of that went back to that cause or to equipment. And so I don't have a problem with the team going in and making a putting together a tour or an investigation that people can attend and have fun doing, and because it's an educational thing. You get to teach people how to investigate. You get to show them what it's really like. You get to educate people on the real paranormal, and I don't have a problem with that. That's everybody that knows me and knows CAPI, that's the biggest thing I stand for, is getting the real paranormal out there so people will know what it really is instead of the crap you see on TV or the big screen. So I don't have a problem with doing that. What I have a problem with is there's several of them out right now. There's two groups that around our area that you can go to, and those groups actually make money. Are they making money for those projects? Yeah, absolutely they are, because people are charging for it, but they're also getting paid for it. And to me, that's where I draw the line. Excuse me. Um, I've had clients come to me during investigations and say, "We love you. Thank you so much for being here. We want to help you out. We want to give you a little something." I was handed a fistful of cash just a few investigations ago, and I as soon as I saw what it was, I was like, "Oh, thank you so much, but I can't accept that. Thank you though," and I gave it back. And they were very disappointed. They really wanted us to take that money. John and I had a woman chase us around her apartment with money, trying to beg us to take it. She kept trying to put it in John's belt line. I don't know what that was about. There was a time that I was outside, I think,
They
smoking, that
can
John
make
may have danced a little
donations.
bit. I don't know. Huh?
They can make donations, like toward
Not a client. No. Mm-mm.
Patreon.
Yeah, not a client. Mm-mm. But yeah. So I as far as the investigations go and charging a fee for people to come and visit, I don't have a problem with that if you're promoting that site. Like Cahaba, we helped Cahaba out a lot, a whole lot. Um, we raised a lot of money in 10 years for Cahaba. We also helped out Selma, the historical preservation, and some of the sites there that was on our ghost tours there in Selma, and in Wetumpka and in Laurel. And I mean, there's been several that we've done, and we've raised a lot of money for them. And that's why we went into it, was to one, help that project that we believed in, because we love history and we want to promote it. We don't want to cancel it, which is every time you turn your head, you're seeing something being canceled. Um, like we were talking about earlier, Mother's Day, they're trying to cancel that. You're not supposed to say Mother's Day anymore. I'm not about that, and Cappy's not about that. History is history, and we want to promote that. We don't want to cancel it out. Um, Even the bad stuff you got to learn from, right? If you don't learn from history, you're going to repeat it. Well, so, but the haunted part of it, and the haunted history part of it, and where what got everybody where they are today, is worth promoting, and it's worth supporting financially, and that's what we do. So I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that one bit. But when you profit off of it, you're losing a lot of that integrity, and that part I am not all for at all. Let's see, Cappy often imitated, never duplicated. Amen. That's what a lot of the, I know of at least one of these groups. I'm not going to name the groups. Y'all can go out and do the research and see them yourselves. It won't take you 5 minutes on Facebook or um, local media to find that out, to find out who they are. But I'm not calling them out here because that's not what this is about. But I know at least one of them started their little educational camp secondary to CAPI. So, but hey, that is what it is. If we can motivate someone to go and do something good, then I'm all for that. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Go for it. But don't profit from it. I mean, stop making this about money, please. Um, I think if that's one of the best pieces of advice that I could give is stop making it about money. Equipment's going to come. I promise you, you're going to find equipment. One of the great things about the mid to late 90s and the early 2000s is a lot of groups started sprouting up. Um, mid, I'd say late 80s to early to mid 90s is when a lot of groups started just that's when it started becoming on TV. That's when it started becoming more mainstream. That's when more people wanted to get into it, and I just watched it grow and sprout up all around me. And that's a good thing because a lot of people were able to get into the paranormal, but it was also a bad thing because a lot of people got into paranormal for the wrong reasons, and a lot of them didn't know what they were doing. But I didn't know what I was doing until I started too, so I don't fault that either. But one of the great things about so many teams sprouting up is the fact that after a while they started losing their interest because they wasn't passionate about it. They wasn't, you know, they wasn't that wasn't what they wanted to do. Um, I've been a part of a team for 30 plus years now. I've been in it for 42 years. Um, been a part of a team for about 35, I guess, maybe 34, 35 years. I'd have to sit down and think about it and look at it. But it that passion always was there. Like for me and my team, there's a passion there. We don't make any money doing this. We don't make a dime doing this. We spend a lot of money doing this. I've been called a scam artist. I've been called a shyster. Um, and they always say, because y'all know what I do with psychics and everything, and they always jump back that I'm a scam artist and that I scam people out of their money. I was like, I'm the worst scam artist in the world because the whole uh, point to being a scam artist is to make money, and I ain't done any of that. But bringing that into this, oh, well, what I was the point I was trying to get at there. I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. Is that now a lot of those teams that sprouted up and went and spent buku bucks on all this equipment and everything, they're starting to disband. Over the last couple of years, they're starting to kind of die down and they're not doing it anymore. So they got all this equipment they need to get rid of that they don't have anything to do with. And they're like, what can we do with it? We've had several people call us and say, hey, you want to buy this? We're not using this anymore. Do you want to, can we, you want to give us a good deal on this, or we'll give you a good deal on this? And we've really upped our equipment over the last couple of years. Um, from people that got into this and spent all that money, and we were able to go and get. I think the first time I think we figured it somewhere around what, five, six, $7,000 worth of equipment for like $600 or $500, I think it was, and then we got another 1,500 to $2,000 worth of equipment for $600. So that's one good thing about all those teams popping up is, the equipment's going to come. Start it out, get it going. Don't worry about getting out there and charging people money and all that. And I hear that all the time. Beth will contest to this too. I promise you she will, because she hears it just as much as I do when talking to clients. That they'll tell us, "Well, I contacted this one team and they charged this amount and they wanted me to spend this much amount of money, and but they never showed up, or I didn't know if they were legit or not. So I called you guys, and when you told me you don't charge, of course I would rather go with you." And yeah, that's how it goes. Let me catch up here real quick, real quick, real quick, real quick. Hefty up and ghost hunting, ghosting on TV became a genre and a fad. I mean, ghost hunting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, it did. I can see that you were correct in saying, yep, it did. It became a huge fad because of shows like what was the first one? The first real one was Ghost Hunters, I think, was one of the early ones. My Paranormal Experience, or My Ghost Story, I think there was one called that. And then, of course, you got Paranormal Encounters and all kinds of stuff. Paranormal Activity, all that stuff that started coming out. But it really it did a couple of things actually. One, it really brought to light a lot of paranormal um, activity. It brought to light that we were doing something. That there really was something there, and people were actually studying this stuff, and this was a science, and instead of a pseudoscience. And this was something people really cared about, and so it brought a lot of people that are really great now um, into that want or need to do it, and that's a great thing. Excuse me, especially in the South, where paranormal in general and supernatural and ghost hunting and stuff like that was also always so taboo. You have a lot of people that believed in it, a lot of people that did it, but none of them wanted to admit it. And so when it came out into the limelight, that's whenever everybody was starting to say, okay, well, I can actually do this without being undercover. I'm just as guilty. I had been in the paranormal for many years whenever, um, excuse me, whenever that started, whenever that fad, as Insane said, when that started. And one of the things it did for me is I was like, you know what? I don't have to do this behind the scenes anymore. I can let people know I do this. I had friends and even family that didn't even know I was into that because it was so anti-religion, so taboo, so hush hush. And whenever that came out, it did kind of open up. And then that's when I decided, hey, I want to start my own team. I want to do this. I've been on what, three teams before that, and I wanted to start my own. I wanted to get CAPI up and going, and that's what I did. And I'm so glad that I did, because now CAPI today is its success, and it's the fact that people contact us and we don't have to look for investigations is testament to my team. It really is. Um, People say, you did such a great job with this, and you done this and this and this, blah 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 blah, whatever. It's my team. Trust me, I have an amazing team, and that's where all that came from. Not from Johnny. I'm just an idiot that's been doing it a while. Let me catch up here. Yep, they always ask us what we charge. Yep, see, I told you Beth would contest to that. That's one of the first things they ask us. That's one of the first questions Beth gets. Usually the first one is do y'all do this? Will you come this far? And then how much do you charge? That's usually how it goes. And and a lot of them they freak out when we say we don't. No, we don't charge you anything. And I always tell them we don't charge a dime for what we do. And if someone tells you that they do, then you need to stay away from them. And I've gotten fussed at from other teams for that comment too. That's gotten back to other teams, and they're like, "Why would you do that? Why would you block us like that?" I said, "I'm not blocking you. I'm promoting paranormal, the real paranormal." I have to admit, I watched all of them. I watched some of them, not all of them, thank God. Some of them I tried to watch and couldn't. There's one that's real famous right now. What is it, John? That Zach was from? I watched about 15 minutes of the very first show, and I haven't never watched another episode. Be right back. Okay, emo girl, be careful. I watch some of them for entertainment purposes. Yeah, and that's what I'll tell every Ghost Adventures. Thank you, John. Yep. Um, and that's what I tell people, because people tell they're like, don't talk to Johnny about these the ghost shows that's on TV, because he's gonna he'll tell you don't do that. Don't. I say no, if it's entertaining, absolutely go watch it. Cops is entertaining. You know that show. What was it? I never watched a whole episode. I never watched even a little bit of it. But what was it? Where the people lived in a house together? They put strangers in a house and like filmed their lives. Big Brother.
Mm.
Big Brother. That was it. That was entertaining. It was fun. It was a funny thing to watch. I really thought it was too much drama for me, but um, it was entertaining. So that's why people watched it. But yeah, so I don't have a problem with promoting the paranormal. Ghost Adventures, aka the worst thing to ever happen to the paranormal. Yep, that's what I was fixing to get into. Thank you, John. Oh, and he answered it too, Big Brother. Yep, that's what I was talking about. But here's the downside of that part. I haven't got into the charging for investigations yet, as far as opinions go. Um, just charging for these events. Um, but here's what those shows did that was great for the paranormal is it brought it to light. It turned it in, like Insane said, it turned it into a fad. It turned it into limelight. It put it out there, and it it basically brought more people brought more people's interest into the field. And so that's a great thing. I have nothing too bad to say about that. That's awesome. I wish it would have happened 30 years prior. I really do. But here's the bad. Hold on, I'm getting more. I was thinking the real world. Actually, you know what, Insane? I think that's the one I was talking about too, was the real world, not Big Brother. I think that is the one I was thinking of, is the real world, because that's the one that came out first. He did get a lot of people asking questions. Yeah, but he got them asking the wrong questions, like what brand of hair gel does. Okay, I see where you're going with that. Too funny. The gel net. I love Joey. He scared me there at first. He's like, he did get a lot of people asking questions. Yeah, but he got them asking the wrong questions. Like, what hair gel did he use? And the man did have nice hair. I ain't kidding you. He did have nice hair. It was nicer than mine. But here's the bad part. When the paranormal uh, started becoming kind of like out there, whenever it first started, I'm not talking about all the shows and everything. As a matter of fact, I'm talking about pre-television. When it started really getting, everybody's eyebrows started raising about it. Since people have died, we've thought about the afterlife. Um, since the first person that passed away, we've said, wonder what happens. Do they go to heaven? Do they go to hell? Do they go to purgatory? Do they stick around? Um, so that's always been in our minds, whether we're researching it or not. It's been a thinking point ever since we learned about death. So the paranormal started really getting in there in the late 40s, early 50s. Now it'd been before that. Lincoln and his wife were paranormal investigators. They investigate. They're the only people to investigate the White House. So and even called in mediums and psychics and all that stuff. Mary Todd Lincoln was a firm believer in that. Um, Abe Lincoln was not such a believer in the psychic part of it and the mediumship, but he was a believer in the afterlife. Um, but yeah, the gentleman Houdini had a big hand. Yeah, absolutely, Houdini too. And I'll get into that too. The mid to late 40s into the 50s is when it really started kind of getting people's eyes, and more people were getting into it. And just like Joey just said, Houdini was a magician turned escape artist turned paranormal, not investigator, but debunker. Um, he dedicated his name. Welcome back, emo girl. You're at the laundromat. Got you. Um, he he became a debunker because he saw the harm that psychics and mediums were doing to people, and how they were losing money and faith and sanity and even lives, um, because of what these people were doing. So he got into it to debunk it, basically. And he did a very good job at it, too. Um, but it started really getting into there and getting into the swing and everything. And since then, we've taken that and turned it around to where it would sell. Anytime something gets famous or anytime something becomes a fad or um, what is it called? Or something starts getting famous. I don't know.
Trend.
A trend. Thank you. When it started becoming a trend, anytime that happens with anything, whether it be ghost hunting or fidget spinners or table football, um, mainstream. Yeah, that's another word for it. Somebody wants to put money there. Somebody says we can make money here. How do you make money mainstream? How do you make money on a trend? How do you do that? How do you make it? How do you make to where people are going to spend their money on it? You use religion. You use sex. You use fear factor, or you use comedy. Well, they decided seeing how it's ghost, we're going to use fear factor. That's the best thing to use. We're going to, and they did throw sex and religion in there as well. But um, ghost test. Um, at least four people started laughing just now. But they said, okay, let's use fear factor here. Let's get people interested in this and paying money for this. Use protection, right? Fear factor is a different show, right? But they used that part of um, of the uh, human senses to say, okay, we can. McGraw laughed. Yeah, they can. We'll make money off of this. So what did they have to do? Anybody that's gone on an investigation with us sees that one of the last things they fear, one of the last emotions they get is fear. It's not a scary thing. Paranormal investigations is not really that scary. Now you will have some things happen. I've been injured, I've been sliced open, I've been scratched, I've been pushed, I've been broken bones, I've been punched and everything. Um, so yeah, an amount of fear there, especially whenever it's a new person that's never done it before, and they're just now coming in, and they experience something, their aha moment. That can be kind of scary because it's something that we don't know, and anything that we don't know is, it frightens us. So if fear sells just like sex sells, then yeah, let's use that. And so they started coming up with all this stuff like black cats, witching hour, 3 a.m., salt, sage, Ouija boards, crystals, um, all this graveyard dirt and coffin nails. They started using all this stuff that they knew would scare people because people are going to pay. It's the roller coaster effect. People are going to pay money to be scared. And so when they found that out, that, oh my gosh, we can make millions on this, that's whenever everything started happening. And all that started turning into old wives' tales, and they started bringing out urban legends and what we perceived as ghost. And um, one guy in the 30s come up and said that he saw a UFO in the air, and it was a round saucer like, and when it landed, a little short green men got out. Well, since then, that's what a UFO has been until recent years. But that's basically what a UFO has been. It has been little green guys in a saucer, you know. Um, so because that's what people said, okay, this is what they're supposed to look like. And I'm gonna get y'all's comments just a second. I see them popping up, but excuse me. The the ability and the chance and the opportunity was there. So let's say they said, okay, let's do this. Let's put all this in there. So that's where all the bad stuff started happening. And for some reason, with the exception of a few, ghost hunters being one of them, they went into this using that same theology. They went into that using that same marketing style. They said, okay, we have to investigate this place at 3 a.m. or we're not going to get anything. And I remember one that said that they were on the way to investigation and the black cat crossed the road and they went home. and called the client that a black and told him that the client that, hey, we're on the way to your house, and the black cat crossed the road, and the client says, yeah, don't come, whatever you do, don't come, because we'll probably all die or get possessed. So excuse me. So would you do me a huge favor and open that? Cottonmouth like crazy. But so they started using that, and now that, like I said, with some exceptions now, because ghost hunters came in, and when they first started out, they were a good show. They really were. They went by the rules. They thank you. They sorry guys. They went by the standard rules. They didn't charge money for what they did, and they investigated the way you're supposed to, and it was a great segue from the old urban legend wives' tales to what was real and the paranormal. And so that kind of got it started in that right direction, and people started saying, okay, hey, this is something that we need to look into. This is something I'd really like to check out and maybe do this. And then colleges started offering degrees and courses and certificates, and people really started getting into it. And like I said, it did it really good. But then whenever, for some reason, as it progressed, not for some reason, it's for money reason is what it was. As it progressed and got more famous and more people wanted to be into it and do it and all this stuff, it became, what is all this white stuff? It keeps distracting me. I have ADHD, so I can't. Is that like the ceiling leaking on me or something? I don't know what's going on. It's driving me crazy. But I keep seeing these little white things on my. I keep getting them off, and then later I'll see more. I think the ceiling's leaking. Um, let's see. Let me catch up real quick because I keep seeing them pop up. Houdini, I read that. Me. What is me? Oh, you were saying you laughed when I said that, which is fear based, right? My stomach rolled when I was talking about ghost dust. One of these days I'll tell everybody about ghost dust, just not yet. Evil says I laughed. Elevator shaft. What about the elevator shaft? Oh, that's when I was saying different things have happened. Yeah, my Star Wars pictures add power of suggestion, and you have an enterprise. Amen, Joey. Great way to say it. Absolutely. Your beard, mustache orbs. It's not my beard, I don't think. Is it my beard? That's hair. Keeps putting on my shirt, but there's no little white dots in my beard. I don't know. It's driving me crazy. Mustache orbs. That's too funny. Okay, I think I'm caught up now. Cool. All right, so that was the good, bad, and the ugly of it. It brought it out. It beer plus gravity. It brought out to the mainstream, as I think John said earlier. It brought it out, and but then they started going back to those old things, and people was like, okay, this is something to fear and everything. One of the first things when we first started CAPI out, one of the first things that people started saying when we do investigations is when we first started out, usually most of our investigations we were there by ourselves. The clients would leave. They didn't want anything to do with it because they were so frightened. But then people started saying, "Hey, I want to stick around." We had a few that didn't want to leave because they thought we would rob them or vandalize or something like that, and they wanted to stay there and check it out. And so they did. And when they saw what we were doing and how it was, they're like, one of the common comments that I got or questions I got was, "Man, this is nothing like I expected. This is nothing like what I saw on TV. I kept expecting a black shadow to walk across the room and possess somebody in the group, because that's what they had seen." And so as I started seeing that and hearing that, I was like, people are really open to this. People want to know the truth about what this is. People want to know why we do what we do and how we do what we do, and they want to know the truth about it. And so I said, let's put together a class. And that's how the whole paranormal ghost hunting 101 was born. Um, and so I was like, this, we can use this to our advantage. We can um, use this as a teaching tool. We can use this as an opportunity to show people what it really is, to educate them, not only so that they'll see what the real paranormal is, so that they won't walk into something that's dangerous, you know, and be a part of something that they really don't want to be a part of. And so that education opportunity arose, and so we jumped on it. We said, heck yeah, let's do this. And it's been going great ever since. Um, and there's one right now, guys, that they're imitating us. I know they are for a fact because I know at least one person there has taken our class. Like I said, I'm not naming names or anything like that because that's just not. I'd rather have them here before I would do that. But the they're charging like $100. I saw that. I was like, holy crap! People are signing up for it. I'm like, what? And then I'm like, I know what they're gonna do. I know they're not gonna do this or this or this. And it really does. It bugs me that there's people out there that are going to go through these classes and they're going to be lied to and um, bamboozled and I can't imagine charging $100. We upped our price of our class. We was charging $25 per material. That's it. We didn't make any money on that. As a matter of fact, a lot of times we lost money. Um, we didn't, but we upped it to 50. I think it was 50 or 75. What was it, Beth? I think 50. We did it for 50 for a while, but then we started looking at it, was like, man, that's way too much. You know, I couldn't imagine telling someone, hey, come to CAPI campus, only $100. What? Who's going to say yes to that? But people are. People are saying yes to it. People are signing up for this class. It's freaking me out. It's pissing me off. Is what it's doing. But it's not just the money that these people are spending. It's what frightens me about it. Because I mean, a fool and his money soon parted. If you're crazy enough to spend $100 on a paranormal class, go for it. But it's what scares me and pisses me off about it is the stuff, the information they're going to get for that $100. That's what I mean. It's two steps forward, four steps back in the paranormal, and we make headway, and people believe in what we're doing, and once they see it, they're like, "Man, you guys are awesome. We love you." And then it turns into something that is bringing people away from it. Scaring the hell out of them instead of educating them. And so that's the part that really gets me. All right, let me see. Do. I'm so over possessions. Amen, Joey. You wake up, everybody's crying and screaming, and the rug burns or murder. They, they teach you how to find new coffin nails, right, John? Amen. Because those things are hard to find. Graveyard dirt's easy, but coffin nails, that's those suckers are hard to get. It's all that damn digging. So you could kill two birds with one stone though. If you got to dig 6 feet, 6 to 8 feet. Well, actually 12 feet now. If you got to dig 6 to 12 feet to get to a daggum coffin, that's a lot of graveyard dirt you got right there. So that'll help you out. You'll have the dirt by the time you get to the coffin to get one of the nails out or a couple of the nails out. Absolutely. And what are they doing with? Aren't they going to run out of nails after a while? Because we don't do nails anymore. We don't bury people in pine boxes. I mean, we do some. You know, John Does and Jane Does and derelicts and stuff like that. I think still get buried in pine boxes, but with nails in it. But a lot of coffins don't have nails; they have latches that you can open from the inside. I never got that. I don't know why they need that. I guess if they're buried alive, maybe. But I wouldn't want to open the coffin if I'm 6 feet under dirt. Train spikes. There you go. Those are a little harder to wear around your neck, Joey, than graveyard nails or coffin nails. But yeah. So I didn't ever think about that, John, until you said that. Yeah, that's a two bird with one stone kind of thing because they can get all the uh, graveyard dirt they need. I mean, you wouldn't run out of uh, graveyard dirt for a while, just one grave, digging that down. Even if it's 6 feet, that's a lot of dirt, man. That's a whole bunch of dirt. Maybe death row inmates. Yeah, I think so. I think they bury some of them in confined boxes. The ones that the family don't want. Usually the family gets the bodies and they have a little funeral. But usually they're put in coffins. But I guess the ones that don't have family or family don't care because they killed most of them, then yeah, they probably get a pine box too. So maybe we won't run out of great or coffin nails. I hope not, because there's a lot of people that need them. I know we won't ever run out of graveyard dirt. It'll always be there, but it's that coffin nails that gets kind of scarce. But okay, but that's what I wanted to talk about on that aspect as far as them charging money. I don't have a problem with charging money to help the cause, the historic value of it. The whether we did Wetumpka and they were able to put sidewalks in because of a lot of the money that we raised, and they were able to make improvements to some of the historical sites because of the money we raised, and and that went on even after we had left, and it uh it continued to be very successful, and I'm glad of that. Laurel, Mississippi was able to buy a lot of historical signs because of the tours that we did, and make some repairs to some historic buildings because of the tours. So I don't have a problem with that. If people will pay money to come in and help them out, that's great. But don't do it as a team. Don't go in there making money as a team, because you're going to destroy your credibility. You're going to kill your integrity, and you're going to hurt the paranormal field itself. So just don't do it. Now, I want to talk about investigating for dollars. With the investigating from the tours and the events and stuff like that you're promoting, there is a two-side coin there. Like I said, it's great that it's helping out that they're benefiting that site or that organization or whatever they're using the money for. It's great that it's helping them, and it's if it's promoted correctly, it can be done. It can be a great thing, as long as the team's not profiting off of it. Um, have I ever had team members come to me and say, "Hey, we need to start making money off of this"? Absolutely, I have. When I first started CAPI, I bought all the equipment. I bought all the equipment. I usually bought all the food that we would that we ate. I bought. I paid a lot in gas because I would go pick team members up. When we'd go on investigations, when we first started, there was usually about one or two cars at the investigation, because I went around and picked everybody up because they didn't have a ride or didn't have the money to go. So when we first started, after about a few months of that, I had to go to the team and I was like, "Hey guys, I know we're having a great time and you guys are really hitting it and you're really learning and you're doing a great job and everything." I said, "But y'all got to start helping out. I can't keep pay. I got a family, and I ain't rich, so I need some help." So we started a fee thing, which I hope we never have to do again. I hated doing it. I never once ever once even enjoyed the whole membership dues and fees and all that crap, um, where you'd pay a monthly due and everything. But we did that only until we got the equipment that we needed, that I didn't have to pay for all 100% myself. And even after we did that, I still paid most of it, but still they were helping out. And the value of Cappy's integrity and Cappy's reputation to me is worth way more than any $1 bill, $100 bill, $1,000 bill, or $1 million check. It's worth way more than all of that. So that's why we won't do it. As long as I'm alive, we're not going to charge for investigations. There is no upside to charging for an investigation. None. Um, Anybody on here right now, tell me an upside to charging for investigations. Team members, viewers, whoever you are, tell me one good thing about charging for an investigation. You can't do it. It's not possible. You can't come up with a good reason or a good benefit to charging for investigations. Some people might say, well, we won't have to pay so much in gas anymore. We won't have to pay so much in hotel rooms anymore. We won't have to pay so much in batteries. Good Lord, batteries rob the bank, man. Um, by the way, team, we need batteries now that most everybody's on right now. We need batteries. And Oh, I know, but we still need some of the case stuff. We do have rechargeable batteries by it right now. By the way, team, I don't think I told them. Mich- uh, Paramama bought us some rechargeable batteries, so that'll fit in most of our stuff. So we need batteries right now. But anyway,
You got double A.
the the value of all of that would help out a lot. It really would. It would help out um, what we have to spend because we do spend quite a bit of money. Um, Not just the team as a whole, but individually too. Like Tom and Beth, they can't go on investigation without snacks. They have to have road snacks. It's not their fault. It's just something they have to have. They have to have a road snack, and that's money, y'all. Y'all ever went into? When I was a kid, we could go into a daggum store, the minute shop, and fill up a paper sack, a brown paper sack full of snacks for $5. You can't do that no more. A candy bar costs you $5 now. One candy bar. Well, you got two people with Beth and Tom, and both of them need a candy bar. Both of them need a couple of candy bars and some chips and all this. But they've got to have those dadgum um, uh, road snacks. And guess what else they got to have? I don't know why, but every single time they want to go on investigation, they got to have gas. And like Joey and uh, Polar Bear and John, everybody wants gas to go on investigations. Road snacks of the law. See, told you, it's not Beth and Tom's fault. They have to have that. It is a actual law, a paranormal law. They have to have those road snacks. Those road snacks cost money. So would it be great to actually have people pay us? The last investigation, I think it was either the last or last couple of investigations that we did. Um, when that wad of money came in my hand, and it wasn't no small amount either. I promise you. I didn't count it. I didn't sit there and say one, two, three, four, five. You know, I didn't sit there and do all that. I just could tell by the wad that she put in my hand that that was a good little bit of money. And would have that helped us out that night in gas and food and stuff like that? Absolutely, it would. 100% it would. But the damage it would do would be greater than the benefit that it would have that it would have provided. Let me catch up here real quick. Let's see. Stephanie needs to make potato soup. I don't know where that came from, but I agree 100%. Y'all, Stephanie, our media manager, should bottle her potato soup or can it or whatever and sell it because, dear Lord, that's the best stuff I ever put in my mouth. Hey, you can still pay for food if you like. Absolutely. Absolutely, I will. I'm paying for food from now on, y'all. I'm not really paying for food from now on, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't have the money. I'm sorry. Sometimes I have the money for myself. Yes, OMG, the potato soup. Oh my God, Stephanie's potato soup. Y'all, Joey, I wish you hadn't even said of that. You got me wanting her potato soup. I'm fixing to drive to y'all's house at 10:14 at night. It'll be after 11 before I get there, almost 12, and beg Stephanie to make potato soup at midnight. That stuff is so good, y'all. I ain't kidding you. Battery caddy, yeah. Tommy says great about rechargeable batteries. Right, I agree. Yes, I'm super stoked about that. That'll help out a lot. Road snacks are the law. Got that. Good evening, everyone. Oh, hey, Katie. I didn't even see you. Welcome aboard. See, I hate that I can't see comments. She's been on here since then, and I didn't even know it. Hey, Katie, I'm so sorry. The benefit doesn't outweigh the cost of your integrity. Amen. What's your take on? See, it won't even let me. What's your take on potato soup, Katie? She's never had her potato soup, so she don't know. Too bad they don't have off-brand snacks like Knickers bars or whatchamacallits, right? Aldi's has some decent stuff like that. Insane. Yeah, Aldi's rocks. I'll meet you there. You can get a fresh egg omelet. Ooh, Joey's got make some really good omelets, y'all. I ain't kidding you. He really does know worries. Thank you, Katie. I'm so sorry I didn't see you. Oh yeah, I love Aldi's. Y'all turned me on to Aldi's. John turned me on to Aldi's. Aldi's, not Audi's. He didn't turn me into Audi's or on to Audi's. That sounded really bad. Aldi's, ALDI's, like knockoff Girl Scout cookies, right? If we could just get a Girl Scout cookie supplier, we'd be set. We'd be all set. But there, I can't come up with a benefit to charge clients for investigations. There's no way to benefit that. Like I said, would it be great to be able to pay for batteries out of somebody else's pocket or gas or hotels or food or any of that stuff? Would that be great? Absolutely, it would. It would be amazing to get someone else to pay for that instead of the team. But just like John, let me go back. I want to read it word for word what he said. This is what John said just a little while ago. The benefit doesn't outweigh the cost of of your integrity. Amen. It does. It 100% would never outweigh the cost of that integrity. The fact that we don't have to look for investigations, the fact that whenever I ask people, how did you find out about us? They say, well, you were the first thing that popped up whenever I Googled that. Or I asked us so and so about a team and they said, you got to call CAPI, or something like that. That to me, that is worth so much more, guys. Y'all just don't know. It, and that's not 42 years of work for Johnny either. I mean, I did have something to do with it, but that is 99.9999% because of my team and how awesome they are. Horse, horse. Oh, I'm not a soup person, but my husband loves potato soup. Oh, he would love hers. I promise you. You might even would. We don't have an Audi around us. Dang it. Y'all don't have an Audi, really? That sucks. Aldi is like the bomb. Yeah, so charging for the investigations puts you in a category in the paranormal that you can't get out of. Um, I've never heard of a team that charges for investigations making it more than 5 years. There may be one there. There may be one out there that's been going for longer than 5 years that charges for investigations, but I haven't found it yet. And if there is a team out there, I'm going to find them and I'm going to expose them, and they won't be much longer after that anyway. There's one in Wetumpka now. Yep, there sure is. That was the first one I ever got to go to was the one in Wetumpka. I'm telling y'all, come to Cappy Camp. Come visit Stephanie and Joey just to get her potato soup. I ain't playing with you. Emo Girl, also, I don't think we've got it there yet because I haven't got it. Oh, another Emo Girl, really quick. The emails you sent me with the list on them and to my email went away. I can get to the emails, but they won't show me the downloads. They won't. I can't. I don't know if it's my phone, my email, what happened. I can't see any of them. I can't see the price list. I can't see the product list. I can't see anything. It shows me that you sent an email and it shows me that there's a download option, but it will not show me the. Even when I download it, I go to my downloads. It's not there. So I'll resend. No, no, no. Don't send it to me because it may happen again. Do me a favor. Send it to John. Send it to John, please. John, I know John's okay with that. Send it straight to John, and John can get it to Beth and talk to her about um, getting it on the website or talk to Stephanie about getting it on Facebook, whatever. Because yeah, it's yes. Please send it to John if you would, because it's just gonna I'm gonna screw it up again. I know I will. So let me see. Not to mention if a client pays you and they want there to be something paranormal there and you don't find anything. That's a thank you, John. That's happened. I've had clients come to me and say, "Hey, I want you to." Now, it hasn't happened that they paid me and I couldn't provide them with evidence because there was nothing there. That's never happened because I've never been paid. But that kind of sounded bad, didn't it? Yeah, I've done that, man. Yeah, I've charged $100 to. investigating, couldn't find that man nothing. No, I'm just kidding. We never charged. But what has happened is I've been approached. We did a B and B, and what is it called? Airbnb. Why are they called Airbnbs? What is air? B and B is bread and breakfast. What is air in Airbnb? I don't know what that is. That's weird. But anyway, um, I'm sorry, squirrel. But the I have had people. We did an Airbnb in Dallas County, and it's a very famous building. I'm not going to mention it because I'm talking negative about it. But uh, and we went and did an investigation, and the person that owned this place wanted there to be something there. Really wanted there to be something there, because they had it in their mind, and they were probably correct, that a haunted B&B would make them more money. More people would want to come to the haunted B&B. Remember, we pay for sex and fear and comedy. So
Air bed and breakfast.
I know, but what does the air mean? I know bread and
A
batter.
service that lets partners, property owners let rent out their spaces to travelers looking
I know
for
what it is.
places
I'm
to
saying,
stay.
why is
That's
it
all
air?
it
I don't know. But anyway, maybe somebody will hear and tell me. But I was offered actually a good bit of money to to come up with some evidence, and we couldn't do it. We made that individual very angry because we would not do it. Unfortunately, another team came in and did find some stuff, and I believe, I don't know for a fact, but I believe they were paid. Corey also has it too. Okay, emo girl, cool, cool. Yeah, send it to John, and then that way he can get it. I'm just scared if you send it to me again, it's just going to do it. And I'm gonna keep trying to find it, but could you take a picture of it and send it to me? Maybe that'll work better. Air Airbnb is a brand name. I know it's a brand name, but what does air mean? Why does it say air? I know the bread and breakfast thing, but why is it air? Why would they use the word air for that? I just don't get it. I know it's a brand name and I know it's what it is. I just don't know why air is there. I can't connect air to Airbnb. I'm sorry, squirrel. Um, but anyway, what I was going to say about that is Emo Girl does a lot of canning and stuff like that. If you like homemade pickles, if you like homemade pepper jelly, if you like regular jams and jellies and cowboy candy and peppers, like hot peppers and stuff like that, and pepper sauce and stuff like that, y'all need to get with her. I ain't kidding you. The girl is talented. It is some of the best. She gave me a jar of what kind of pickles was that she gave me that I liked so much? Bread and butter. Bread and butter pickles she gave me, and they were freaking
Oh,
amazing. And even her deal pickle is, y'all, she's actually getting into a business now. I've told her many times, hey, you need to get into this. You need to definitely do this.
the founders of Airbnb,
Hmm.
the first time that they rented out to somebody was a lounge room,
Hmm.
and all they had was a couple of air beds to sleep on and breakfast in the morning.
Wi-Fi.
Airbnb.
Oh, John says it's because of Wi-Fi. It's an online business. No, that's not it, John.
Airbnb.
The reason it is,
Air
this is so
beds.
cool. I've always wondered why it was Aaron. I know this isn't
Air
paranormal, y'all, but
mattress.
I've been wondering that. Whenever we started talking about that place in Dallas County, I was like, what is it? But the reason it's because it's called Airbnb is the original owners of that company rented out a place. What was it? Rented out a what?
Oh, a lounge.
A lounge,
A lounge room.
a lounge room, and all they had was air mattresses. So that's why they called it Airbnb, air
And
mattress
their
bed
first
and
their
breakfast.
first website was airbedandbreakfast.com.
Airbreadandbreakfast.com.
Bed
That's
and breakfast, yes.
too cool. If you said something to me, my phone closed out YouTube. I didn't. I was just talking about your all your products that you have and everything. But we're going to try to get them out there for you guys. Y'all, there she can ship them to you. You can come get them. She can deliver. And, to close places. Y'all got to check it out. Oh my God, that girl is some kind of talented. Y'all, she don't sponsor this channel or this show in any way, shape, or form. She's just a really good friend that I love more than anything, and her and the Preston are extremely talented when it comes to that stuff. And I think that they're going to make buku money. I'm gonna be able to say, oh, I knew her before. before she became uh, somebody famous, Betty Crocker. I knew her before that because she's yeah. I think they're going to make a very good living doing that. They're going to be another Southern uh, spice company. All right, so getting back to subject. I'm sorry I got off, but there is, like John said, there's no way to out earn your integrity. There's no way. What you're going to lose in the long run because of all the charging and all that stuff. And I've told teams this that do charge. I've had teams tell me, "Hey, why do you talk about us so bad when we're doing it? You know, we do it differently than you." I'm like, because what you're doing is not only hurting you and the client, but it's also hurting the field itself. Do you go to air markets to sell your product? I don't know what an air market is, but you should go there. If Beth says go there, go there. I ain't kidding you. If Beth said do it, do it. You'll make some money, I promise you. Beth is like her and Tom are so rich. They're like super rich, y'all. Y'all just don't know. I know. A lot of people don't know, but Beth and Tom are super, super rich. They have like this mansion next to a big lake. I mean, they're loaded. They're loaded. But yeah, definitely follow Beth's advice. She's working a bank. Hello. That question was for. I know it was for Lydia. I was just saying I didn't know what air market is. It's an open air market. I get you now. Oh, Lydia, call me tomorrow. I just found out about a new place. Call me tomorrow. You need to get there. Yeah, definitely call me tomorrow. Anytime tomorrow after 10 o'clock. Anytime after 10 a.m. Call me. We definitely need to talk. I just tonight found out a place that would be awesome for that. And they'll only take local people from around us. That's, oh my gosh, that just popped when Beth said, thank you, Beth. God bless her. She's so awesome. But her saying that popped in my mind this thing I found out about tonight from my father in law that would be perfect for your, oh my gosh, you're going to make so much money. Hello. Anytime after 10 tomorrow, call me, please. And we're going to talk. And we'll get you in somewhere that's going to sell the hell out of that stuff. We usually go to farmer markets and stuff, but with all Hub's health stuff, we aren't doing much of that this year. Yeah, amen. Bless their hearts. Okay, Roger. Yes, definitely call me tomorrow. I'm going to get you the hookup. And it's all because of what Beth said. Ah, everything happens for a reason, right? Telling y'all, listen to Beth. She's called, you know what her nickname is? We all have nicknames. You know what my nickname is the boss. I didn't give myself that name. I didn't really like it whenever I got it, but then it kind of grew on me. But that's my nickname is the boss. But guess what Beth's nickname is on the team? Beth, tell them what your nickname is. There's a couple going to in June and July. This is a recurring thing, like an everything, like an every week thing too. So that's awesome. Beth, what's your nickname on the team? Mine is the boss. What is yours? But yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to say. Um, you can find benefits to doing these tours and um, even trade shows and stuff. I've seen some people or some teams doing trade shows here lately. I never even thought about that. But John's gotten us into a couple of the cons. Is it comms or cons? It's cons.
City Con,
Yes, the cons. He got us in not to a
Comic
couple.
Con,
We did one, didn't we?
Comic
We
Con.
did a thing down in Saraland at a Mardi Gras thing. We've done um, Magic City Con, which was a freaking blast. He's supposed to be getting us into a couple more, and I can't wait because that was just, if y'all have never been to a con, go. It's freaking amazing. Um, yeah, there, see, mine is the boss. Nick, Beth's um, nickname is the real boss, and that's not a lie. I'm the boss, I'm the founder, I'm the man, but in reality, when we talk truth, Beth is the real boss. Conventions. Yeah, con is short for conventions, right? Yeah, but yeah, he's gotten us into that one they did in Birmingham that I don't think they do anymore. I think they're going to do it again, but right now they're not doing it anymore. But I had a blast and it was amazing. But anyway, um, go start your team. Go start your team. Do do good. Share the real paranormal with people. Do it right, but don't charge money to do it, please. All you're doing, you're not just hurting yourself, and you're definitely not just hurting your client. Excuse me. You're also hurting the paranormal field in itself because you're going to put a bad taste in their mouth. And just like Joey said earlier, I think it was Joey, may have been John, one of them, one of the smart guys said, um, if you do it and you don't have evidence to give them, that was John, not to mention if a client pays you. Yep. Um, I knew it was one of the smart guys, but if you do it and you charge them money for it, sometimes they're going to expect evidence. We have clients all the time that expect evidence all the time. And when we tell them we didn't get any, they're like, why not? How would you not get evidence? And we're like, well, they're not circus monkeys. We can come back if you want us to, but we're not always going to get something. But if you charge them $500 to be there, then hello, they're going to want that money. They're going to want something for that money. And so, I mean, you just will open up a whole hornet's nest of bad when you charge money. Um, and then you're also going to have, sooner or later, you're going to have the wrath of Johnny come down on you, and I'm going to talk bad about you and stuff like that, which is coming up, by the way. I have two teams that's coming up that's fixing to feel the wrath of Johnny that I will gladly publicize on here. But that's another time, another thing. But I should allow. It's been an hour and a half. I should allow Q&A. Does anybody have any questions, paranormal wise? Make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope. I think I got it all. Y'all, if you said something, asked something, or commented, or anything like that, and I did not respond to it, please tell me. That hurts my heart when that happens. It really does. That's why I love doing this on the computer or the laptop because it shows me the comments real time. And on the phone, the number one drawback about doing the show on the phone is the fact that it doesn't show me comments until I actually pull them up. I have to actually physically pull them up. And I miss some sometimes doing that, and I hate that. It hurts my heart when I miss a comment. Okay, no questions or anything. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Um, Thank you for letting me get that off my chest. It was something that I really was feeling kind of cruddy about this week because it's been there so much. It's been for some reason the last couple of weeks actually. It's been real like dominating the paranormal airwaves, and it's something that I'm hoping I can get a few more people in the paranormal together, and we kind of start exposing some of this stuff for what it really is. But anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. I love doing this, even if there wasn't anybody on here, but I love having a bunch of people on here while we do it too. And the people that watch it afterwards. I have a lot of people that tell me, I watch your show, just not while you're on. It's always after. And that's great. We love that. Continue to do that, please. I don't care if you're not here live. Could watch it tomorrow, the next day, or next week. But I even had one guy tell me, he says, I'll wait for a couple of them, two or three or four to go, and then I watch them all. I binge watch them all at once. And so I said, well, it's a way to kill, 3 or 4 hours. Why not? But I love you guys so much. I will definitely be here next Sunday. I'm working on a new topic. I've got it in the works. I've got to do some research on it. Um, I'm not going to promise you it will be on next Sunday because every time I do that, I have to eat crow and it doesn't happen and I just look like an ass and I apologize. But I've definitely got a great topic coming up. Just let me give it a little bit more patience with me and let me get it done. I'm working so much between me and Paramama and some new projects that we've got going on together and some projects that she's going on by herself. It's just been nuts. It's been crazy, crazy. And so we love you guys so much. Thank you for being here once again. We will send you we will send you next week. Where we're going to send them, I don't know. We may send you somewhere next week. So be ready. Get your pack at least one go bag because we may send you somewhere. But until then, we will see you next week. I want you guys to do me a huge favor. Sometimes this week, I don't care if it's a friend, family member, or someone you meet on the street, make somebody smile because that's exactly what we need the most of right now, especially right now. Y'all pray for the nation. Uh, Pray for the dollar. It needs it. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. The rest of you do some research really quick. Get your money out of the bank. Hurry. But pray, pray, pray. And you guys have a paranormal weekend. We'll see you next Sunday. God bless and good night.